Part of me doesn't even want to know. So I know the Pumpkin talked about this, but I'm regurgitating here. Yeah. So I guess Justin Roiland has been burned at the stake, and there's nothing to do. You can't piece the ashes back together now. Here's the other thing. High on Life is supposed to have DLC. Is Roiland going to be part of that? Like, here's the thing. Oh God, whatever. I've said it so many times. I'm just like, I don't understand the whole. This person is technically on paper innocent, but yet nobody wants to touch them anymore merely because. Like, it's mind-boggling.
High on Life DLC is proudly advertising itself as Roiland free.
No, that's kind of messed up, considering there wouldn't be a game without them. Why would they do that? He, co-founded the studio. Am I wrong? Does anybody know if, on paper, has there been an overturned something? Is Roiland still embroiled in some kind of thing? So, all right, getting back to Roiland. Definitely not in High on Life anymore, and they're advertising that. Definitely not in Solar Opposites anymore. They basically said no, and they announced somebody taking their spot. And what? Rick and Morty? Didn't somebody from Adult Swim say no one will know the difference? Which is essentially saying, yeah, he's gone. So I got to look that up. Yeah, well, according to The Guardian, Rick and Morty's Justin Roiland cleared of domestic violence charges. Felony domestic violence charges against Rick and Morty creator Justin Roiland have been dismissed 2 months after he was dropped from the show. Okay, and this is last March 22nd. Okay, so, according to the, justice system that America has so much faith in, this is an innocent man who has been basically stripped of everything that they've created. Unless something changed since then, I am open to the possibility. Again, I don't care about this guy. I don't know him. I don't know him personally. I don't care about their work. I generally don't care. However, it is something to keep in mind, because if you do not keep on top of stuff like this, the next person it happens to could be you. You don't know. Ezra Miller still works. What? Ezra Miller still has work? How's that possible? Weren't they technically actually convicted of something allegedly? I guess, but I guess that's not a big deal. Imagine if this guy was found guilty. I feel like he would be strung up and dragged through the streets. And he was literally found innocent and lost everything. How does that work? That's like winning the lotto yet not getting any money. It's like guilty until proven guilty. Exactly. We shouldn't live in that type of society. We really shouldn't. And that's what I'm really trying to at least stay on top of here, is pointing that out. And again, you don't have to like the guy. They could be a schmuck. IRL, they could be a schmuck. But on paper, according to what we believe and how our process of legalities go, they are an innocent individual. He's going to have a problem working at like Chick-fil-A now, Oh, you're that person, What if he's like, he like, if he's looking for a job now, I mean, what is, I used to draw, I used to be in Rick and Morty. Well, what can you offer to Chick-fil-A? I could do the Rick and Morty voices during, drive-through, Oh, geez, you want some extra sauce with that, man? We could put that in there. Don't give him extra sauce. You can't really give him extra sauce like that. You crazy? Oh, come on. They look like they're a good guy. We can give him extra sauce. Yeah, I mean, that's only going to go so far. It's not like you're going to get a raise for that. I think people are going to show up to your Chick-fil-A because the drive-through person does funny voices? No. People only believe it about you if they want. Well, I mean, that's kind of sad. Because any logical person should look at a case like that and say, okay, I guess all that hatred I had towards this person is ill-founded. They're an innocent person. I apologize. That kind of thing. Like when people are convicted of crimes and then they were found out later that they weren't, because of some DNA test that didn't exist, actually exists now, and then they retroactively say, sorry. That wasn't even the case here. They were just accused, then found innocent. And then they're like, no, just go to jail. Essentially is what they're saying. So, I don't know. If you do watch this, even if it's at a clip or a VOD or something, and keep this in the back of your mind, because this is not how society should operate, And if somebody you dislike is accused of something, yet turns out to be innocent, you got to kind of just get over that. You can't say, well, they're difficult to work with, so they're still guilty in my mind. Because if that happened to you, you'd be so upset. You'd be so upset, but whatever. Am I asking the world to be logical? No, because if they were, there'd be a lot less people. That would just be simple math. If people were logical, they wouldn't keep making people. I feel sorry for these guys, him and Johnny Depp. I mean, I think they're both financially going to be fine, but they have the stigma about them. Even though Johnny Depp managed to wipe that off real quick, because Amber Heard is a lot less likable, honestly. Justin Roiland didn't have that counterpart that other people could refocus their hate on. Everyone's like, Johnny Depp is bad. You bring out Amber Heard, everyone's like, well, this one's much worse. No, Johnny, you're not as bad by comparison. Get him, In Justin Roiland's case, there wasn't another person they could refocus their anger on. So that's the thing. You always have to do the bait and switch if you want to be innocent, You have to be like, oh, okay, no, I'm kind of weird, messed up, but this one's worse. Look what they did. They're worse. They're worse. Get them. Yeah, no, don't focus on that. They're bad. Get them. Justin Roiland's like, oh, I'm. Well, there's nothing else to distract us, Justin. Do you have anybody else that we could crucify? Yeah, anyone? Do you know somebody who may have biased views that we could attack? No. You're guilty. That's just the way it is. It's sad but true. Think about humans now, like in ye olden times of the Colosseum. Instead of getting angry at the people in charge, they just basically threw the undesirables into a pit with the lions. It was the bait and switch. You should be angry at the people in charge, but this guy's a criminal. They're so bad, and you want justice because your life is terrible. How about this criminal? They're real bad. Look, he's dangling over the little lion pit. You want to come here? Look, it satiates that need for justice. It basically shifts their focus from the real problem. And, greed and corruption perpetuate because the stupid massive have had their bloodlust satiated by the killing of a maybe or maybe not innocent person. They love it. They love it. Yeah. So times haven't changed.